I just want to let you know that I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Yes, I am, according to Java. Hey, Java, today's your lucky day, buddy. I don't have anything to do until this afternoon, so I got a lot of free time this morning. Yeah. Well, didn't take you long to go off your nut about me, did it? Yeah. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to home sales, purchases. You know, the people involved and the requirements, what needs to be done for closing. I know about timelines, too. I know about timelines. When closing dates are set up, how they are set up, what's required to make it happen, you know. You seem to be pretty sketchy in a lot of details that are very important in a home sale. You know, and by the way, there's something I completely forgot about. According to New Jersey records and properties transfer of deeds, you can look up anything. Even you can find out if somebody owes property taxes, back taxes, foreclosures, home sales, transfer of deed. Is that your parents' house? Little timeline thing I find a little bit odd. According, I have the link somewhere. I think I do. If not, I can look it up again. That was your parents' house, right? In 2014, according to New Jersey records, transfer of deed was transferred to you. It had your full name, property address, everything, for $1. $1. Now, I know a lot of people used to do that, transfer things on the cheap, sell things private sale on the cheap. Happened with cars. Now it's different. They changed it. But at one time here in this state, bought a car, private party, you look at the car, you want $6,000. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you write out the bill of sale for $3,000? That way I pay less in sales tax at the registry. And people did that for years. I did that myself with a car I sold to a friend at one time. Hey, Brian, can you put that? Yeah, you do it, you know. What's the harm? They stopped that several years back. Now it's book value. No matter what that bill of sale says, you're going to pay sales tax on the actual book value of the car. Home transfers. That used to happen quite a bit. But at $1. Or the elderly people, houses paid for, they're too old, they can't keep up with the landscaping, the maintenance of the house. And they really don't really need the money. They got a kid, you know. I'll give the house to them. A lot of people that went into nursing homes did that. I had a relative that did that. My aunt, my great aunt, my mother's aunt Laura and Uncle Ernie, they were pretty cool. They had an only child, my cousin Jimmy. He was pretty cool. When I was a kid, he had a 55 Chevy teardrop hood scoop. He had a built 327 in it, baby moons on it, you know. Hey, he was a hot rodder. He was pretty cool. He was 10 years older than me. He's still alive. And my great aunt and uncle have died in the meantime. But when they got older, you know, they owned a nice home. They had rental incomes. And he lived in it. They let him live for free. Only child. He was spoiled rotten. But he was a good guy. He still is. I haven't seen him in several years now, come to think of it. I don't even know if he's still alive. I'll ask around the family, what little family's left. The older we get, the fewer people are still around, you know. And when they decided that they had made enough money, they bought a condo. This way, they paid a maintenance fee, and they didn't have to worry about cutting grass and doing this and that. And it was small. That's all they really needed. And they gave the house to my cousin Jimmy, transferred it over to him, $1. A lot of people did that, you know. And that's what happened with you. You got the house for $1, but I'm kind of curious about a timeline of things. You said you've been divorced 10 years? You got that house for $1 10 years ago? I'm wondering how your ex-wife fit into the picture of fucking up everything with a mortgage. How did that happen? How did that happen? Makes no sense to me. Your parents had had that house for a long time. You say you grew up in it. You're 55 years old, so they had that house for quite some time. I could speculate and say, was that house paid off? And they were like, you know, let Jabba have it for $1. And you started taking out second mortgages and third mortgages on it because, hey, you got all this equity in the house that was already built into it when you got it. All that money was there available, and you get home equity, and you didn't have to pay the mortgage on it. Now it's yours, and now you can start racking up fucking debt, which is what you did. But that was your wife's fault. But you were already divorced at that time. So I don't know, Java. That don't make no sense to me. Aren't you lucky I got all this extra free time this morning? And a few other things didn't make sense. Oh, and by the way, I'm not accusing, I'm asking. Were you drunk? You really seemed kind of out of it, dude. Your hair was a fucking mess. Your head was wobbling. You were slurring your speech, real slow and lethargic. You know, and maybe you were just tired. You were yawning, looking like a fucking moose bellowing out your fucking mating call. But that couldn't be it, because your mating call is letting out a fucking fart, you know? I know, it's all your wife's fault. And I don't know shit. See, a pre-foreclosure, if it was a foreclosure, the bank would have already gone there and had people clean everything out and get everything out of there. You wouldn't have to be doing it yourself. Well, that happens when the foreclosure occurs. It's the final date, they show up, you're out, locks are changed. If your shit ain't out of there, now the bank deals with it. You know, and they have a lot of what they call estate sales. I know a guy around here. We've had them around here. We see it advertised, estate sale. In most cases, it's properties that get abandoned. For whatever reason, people abandon their property. They never heard from them again. In most cases, they owe a shitload of fucking back taxes to the city. And the city will now seize their property. And they have an estate sale. People go there, like, you know, storage wars, they bid on lockers, they're buying shit in the fucking house. A lot of people just pack a suitcase and fucking leave. Foreclosures, there's so much shit in the house, people don't want to deal with it. Pack a suitcase and leave, everything's there, now the bank's going to deal with it. They have an estate sale. It's announced locally, people show up, they buy shit. What's left behind, the bank determines if it's something that is good, of some value to something they can donate, whether it's furniture, clothing, household appliances, whatever. They sell it that way. What's left behind that's no good, that can't be donated, they send people in there, it gets taken to the fucking landfill, the dump. You know, now the house is empty, now they can resell it. You know? Yeah, that happens. But doing a pre-foreclosure, the bank ain't going to go there and clean out shit. That's why you're doing it. It's kind of funny, you know, you say things at times, you say so many things that even though, besides contradicting yourself, you say so many things I don't think you realize what you say, and then to make matters worse, you don't remember what you say. On a few occasions now, and you said you had to be out by the end of the month, and then that changed a few times. You kept saying November 15th, November 15th, November 15th, and that date's coming up in a few days now. You know, didn't you say well over a month ago when you had your yard sale? Oh, your real estate agent called you that day. Oh, your house is sold. It's sold. So that's when procedure begins on setting up a closing date. And that's going to be at the discretion of the bank, the lender, and the buyer. You know what I mean? So that's not left to you. Your explanation for why you have a lawyer is because you needed a lawyer to speak with the bank so the bank could find out what's owed. So when it's sold, you know, whatever money's left over. Yeah, if there's money left over, it goes to the seller, you know. What's still owed on it? Now you got a problem, like I said in a previous video. Don't you think the bank already knows what you owe on it? Why do you need a lawyer? To talk to the bank, speak on your behalf, to let the bank know, to find out how much is owed. Don't you think the bank already knows that? Don't you already know that? See, once again, you let something slip a while back. Somebody asked you, and you said you owed. You get real specific with numbers. Real specific. You owed $159,000 on it. That's what you said. I didn't say it. I didn't come up with that number. You did. You know? That's why you needed a lawyer. Speak on your behalf. To find out. I mean, tell me you couldn't pick up a fucking phone. Hi, I'm so-and-so, yeah. I live at this property. You're holding a mortgage on my home. It's in pre-foreclosure. You know, I have it up for sale. I need to know how much I owe on it so I can find out let the realtor know what we need to get for it so I can at least cover the mortgage and hopefully make some. You don't need a lawyer to do that. You don't need a fucking lawyer to do that. You know? And you got your title back. And now the home inspection has begun. It's taken, you know, from the time a buyer comes along, gets the mortgage, and they say, okay, I want to buy the house. All that's done within 10 to 14 days. The closing date is set. Within 10 to 14 days, that home is sold, transfers title, the new owner's ready to move in, and you're out. You know? I know this from experience, from real estate people that know from experience. But I'm a dummy. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I don't know shit. Only you know things. You know? And then the part that got me the most is based on people with experience that I know from my brother. Said, oh, well, you know, the home inspection is, you know, has been started now. You're getting the water checked out. You know, the property structure, you're getting that checked out. You gotta, this is where it gets good. This is where I got a good laugh. Things that are absolutely impossible, but only in the mind of Jabba is it possible. Oh, the structure's all good. You got a fire extinguisher. You got a smoke alarm and a carbon monoxide detector. You're getting the well water checked out. Shouldn't all this should have been done in the last fucking month? From the time you said the house was sold? And you're getting the sump pump, and the pump is checked out. You know what a sump pump is? Do you know where they go? They go in homes that have a foundation in the ground. You know, with a basement, like here. I got a sump pump here. That's what my brother does for a living. He's a licensed plumber. He works for a foundation company out in Westport, Massachusetts. He also does foundations, you know, pouring concrete and foundations. A lot of homes that are in an area where they get a lot of groundwater that seeps up. You know, a lot of homes, foundations will crack over a period of time. They get water seepage. It comes in, it builds up. And when foundations are poured, they purposely set up a low spot in the corner when they're poured. And there's a hole there. There's you put a board or something over it. So any water that does seep into the basement, you know, people that had finished basements, you know, they don't want to get their drywall and carpeting. That's why you get mold and mildew, you know what I mean? It'll work its way down into that hole and go out, you know. In cases where it's excessive, and a lot of them, they do it now, and he does a lot of new home construction. This company does a lot of new home construction, and people that never had a sump and now they got a problem, he installs sumps, and they got many different types, many different price ranges, you know, depending on the type you're going to need. It gets inspected, checked out, and they sell it, and he installs them, you know. Sump pumps only go in homes that have a basement, that have a cellar and a poured foundation. Your house is on a concrete slab. Where's your sump pump? In the kitchen? In your game room? Next to your fucking bed where you lay there and fart and make videos for hours and hours? Why do you have a sump pump? See what I mean, Java? But yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I look like an idiot every time I come on here. Hey, this is according to you. Like you haven't ever looked like an idiot? You fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? But hey, if it makes you feel better, I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. But you know what? I'm a happy idiot. I'm very happily stupid. You know why? Safe and secure in this home. I don't have to move. I've been here for a long time. I'll continue to be here for a long time. You know what I mean? I'm not going through what you've been going through for a long time. You don't seem to be too happy for a long time. You know? But hey, whatever you say, Java, whatever you say. But how you checked with the bank? Well, the bank hasn't set up an official foreclosure auction date. Because you checked with the bank on that. But you weren't able to check with the bank on how much you owe. You need to get a lawyer to do that for you and speak on your behalf. See what I mean, Java? Do you see what I mean? No, you don't see what I mean. You want to know why? Because you're a fat fucking retard. Have a great day, everyone. Man, you are so lucky. I have all this extra time this morning. But this afternoon will be a whole different story, you know. So, I'm not sure if I'll see you tomorrow. I got some things to do tomorrow, my usual Thursday. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll catch up with you for a happy Friday. You know what's coming. Happy Friday. Uncle Brian, Weekend Review. Yeehaw! Roundup video. See you then. Maybe sooner. Most likely later.